to the Doormats podcast. We did that in the last one. I like it.
Yeah, we're getting better at that.
I know, looking good. We also coordinated outfits today. Breast cancer awareness is important year round, so.
I don't think that's why we chose pink, but yeah.
I'm thankful for it. I think
yes.
Blessing your feeds.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, we want to recap our weekend a bit.
Sure, go ahead.
Just get into it. Well, as you know, it was my mom's birthday this weekend.
The queen.
Yes, the queen herself. And the party went really well. You were over on Friday.
You know what's funny is that when I was leaving, your grandma goes, "See you tomorrow." I could hear your mom like, "Oh," it's like I'm not.
Well, you were invited, but you had your own. That's why I asked you what you were doing on Saturday.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make you feel pressured.
It was also like a partners tournament, so
it was euchre. So it would have been fine, but it was also like my family, so you probably would have been like I didn't want you to feel like so uncomfortable because it's a lot of like there's not a lot of young people.
I mean, I don't know how to play the game, and I would have been like a bit of an outsider. Like I know your family enough, but you know that I feel overwhelmed when I'm like the odd one out though. Yeah. So like I probably would have said no anyway.
Yeah, I figured.
It was just funny though.
But yeah, it went well. We made a cake.
Yes.
We both. So I bought so basically I just I wanted to make her a cake, but of course being like extra, I was like, let's try a tiered cake. And I saw those heart cakes that are super popular on Pinterest.
They're so cute. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I was like, how hard can that really be? And so we went to Hobby Lobby and I saw the heart pans. So I was like, okay, perfect. Let's just try this. And then I got home, baked the layers, put them in the fridge. Then when I was assembling them, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is big. The heart cakes I normally see are probably this size. Not super big. I just guess I didn't, one layer, it didn't seem like that big. But when you stacked the three, it was it was a massive.
Well, I asked you, it was a box of cake mix per layer, right? So it's think about three full cakes stacked. It was it was heavy too, especially once we iced it.
There was a lot of icing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we iced it together. So thank you for that. That was awesome. She loved it. She was so upset. It was so cute. She was taking pictures with her as a prop, and it was she kept being at first it was just we got a picture of her with it, and then it was okay, grandma, get in here. And so then my grandma got in it, and then I was gonna get out of the picture. She's like, no, you gotta stay in the picture. I was like, why? And she's like, you're the baker, you. And I was I felt like a celebrity.
So
let me take my picture.
Signing people's shirts.
It was so insert a clip of it because it actually I'm so proud of it. We killed that. Yeah, we killed that. So you killed that. You did. I
mean, I told you assembling it is the most crucial part. If it's not sturdy.
Well, the one thing I was proud of was I really thought with the 3 layers it was gonna be
toppily,
really crooked, but it was slightly, but we were able to level it out with the icing.
As long as it's not bad. That is honestly because I can decorate, but leveling it, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, I don't know how that was the first time I've ever done that, so I was really scared that I thought it was gonna either be it was gonna turn out how I wanted to, or it was gonna be a massive Pinterest fail. So that's why we videotaped it, because I was either way it will be funny. But yeah, it was good and it was awesome, and she really liked it. The only thing I regret is because I was a little bit paranoid of the frosting bleeding, like you said, taking it out too early. I left it in the fridge, and so the icing was kind of hard. That firm icing was it wasn't frozen, but it was very hard. And then the second day, actually, we had another small piece, and the frosting was just so much softer, and it was so much easier and better to eat. But either way, it was really good. It was just kind of wish I would have just defrosted it a bit.
Yeah, and it was a strawberry and funfetti cake. That's my dream.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
It was good. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm so happy she liked it. It was fun too.
Yeah, she loved it. It was so sweet, and just her face made all worth. It was so much time, but it was so worth it. So.
Yeah, that's adorable.
It was great. And so we decided we were gonna, on that note, kind of talk about birthdays, because it's kind of a touchy topic and everyone kind of has different opinions. I know some people, just to preface, that make it their birthday week. That sounds like my worst nightmare.
It's exhausting.
Because, I don't know, for me, sometimes birthdays feel, the more expectation you put on them. Yeah. I don't want to say disappointing, but there's just so many feelings with birthdays, because you want to like everyone ingrains in your head like it's a special day where like you need to feel like it's some like monumental day of the year.
Like,
and then
you look back on accomplishments and stuff. Yeah.
And if it doesn't feel like that, then you're like, wait, like I feel bad about myself. So that's why I don't love putting super emphasis on my birthday. But I know some people that love birthdays.
You know, I am like a birthday person. Like, I love other people's birthdays. Like, I get really excited to like, you know, get rallied and be like, birthday girl, little lunch, birthday little muffin, little birthday muffin for the birthday girl.
Week for someone else.
So I think it's fun, and I aspire to like birthdays. Like, I don't want to come across as just one of those like, I'm a sad girly. Like, I'm like really excited to enjoy birthdays. And I've said this before, like, you know, that like I'm very much like, just leave me alone.
You took me by surprise because I know you didn't really like birthdays, but this year you were so adamant on no birthday. Like, you were like literally like, I don't want you to acknowledge that it's like like it's just every day of the year. Like, don't act like it's my birthday. Well, and that was hard for me.
I said it was like, not that you couldn't acknowledge it. I was like, you can send me a text. Like, I wasn't trying to pretend like I wasn't like having a birthday and whatever. I was like, all I really want is like a nice message, because anything else, like, it always either feels like too much pressure or it stresses me out, or just like being in your mid-20s is a weird time of life anyway. And it just doesn't feel peaceful. And it's just like just struggling with like trying to just be calm on the regular. I'm like, I just want to do the most low key. And the other thing is too, is like, you haven't lived in the same city as me for a long time. So in general, we were apart like on our birthdays. So it was like very much, that's what I was already kind of doing anyway for years. And so it was like, I just like cannot, but you're very sweet. You surprised me in my home, broke into my house.
I felt kind of bad about that because you made it very clear you didn't want anything. But then I was like, I think it's like you're excited about other people's birthdays, but when it comes to yours, you're not as excited. I'm the same way. I love like going overboard on other people's birthdays. So when you told me that, I was like, okay, how can I do this where I can still do something, but like, she doesn't have to see me, because I know you didn't really want to see anyone. You didn't want to like celebrate in that way. So I was like, okay, well, if I sneak into her apartment and like decorate it, that doesn't really count, right? Because like, so what had happened is I asked your sister. I was like, could you help me out? Like, I want to be surprised. Like, I don't want her to know that I was even there. She
came up with a story.
She what? She came up with the whole story, but in a way where it would like annoy you. And she had like some friend coming over that like was gonna make it hard for you to just relax. And so then when I found out about that, I was like, that was literally the last thing I wanted, because I wanted you to just like chill and just. But I was hoping she was gonna be able to get you out of the house to do something for like an hour so I could decorate. But you were really adamant on staying home.
But because if I was leaving the house, it's like, my mom was trying to be like, we're gonna do a birthday thing, like, but my mom was like, I just need you to come, and I was like, I already know it's a birthday. Like, it's very sweet, but like, my mom is notoriously terrible at planning things, so I already knew it would be stressed, and I was just very upfront with her. Like, I just was like, that's awesome, and I wasn't trying to be like, like, I was like, I would love a text, like a little message, a little note, like that is really what makes me feel good. So I'm like, and that is the best thing you can do for me on my birthday, is just to like. And I am very much a person that likes to sit down and write a nice text for other people's birthdays, so that would have been encouraging. But then I already knew, I was like, if I go to the house, my mom's going to try and be like, let's go somewhere where they sing to you. And I'm like, I just can't deal with it. And we got puppies, so I was like, I really
I know. I realized it was like way harder to get, like, it wasn't feasible to get you out of the house. So then.
But I did stay in my room and I went to bed early that day.
So
I was exhausted.
I didn't know was that you were like already asleep. So me and your sister were literally having fake conversations. Like, she was talking to me as if I was the friend that was coming over. And we like elaborate, like, I was pretending that I was really upset because that was like one of the excuses she used, that like my friend has to come over, can you just stay in the room, like she's really upset. But I like could not say anything without laughing. So it was literally like, if you were to listen to it, it was just your sister going, I'm so sorry, like, do you want something to eat? And then it was just me going all of that was for nothing.
Also, if you would have talked, I probably would have recognized your voice.
I know, that's what I was paranoid about. But your sister's so funny too that I was just like, I can't, like, if I speak in any way, I'll laugh and you'll know my laugh right away.
But it's funny because I was out cold that whole night.
I know. Well, because your window also faces the street, and I had balloons like off the wazoo, and I was like, if she looks out her window for 1 second, she's gonna be like,
or I'd see your car.
And I was like, this is very hard to pull off, but I texted you the next morning and you were like, yeah, I had no idea you were in my house. I was like, it worked.
But it was very nice. And yeah, it was just like a very casual thing for me to just like enjoy if I felt like it. So there was certain things that like I opted in or out of. So that was nice.
True. Yeah, I made it, the theme of it was the optional birthday. Yeah. So I did. What did you end up? Did you eat the, I got you like chicken Alfredo, or did you DoorDash something?
I DoorDashed.
Okay.
I think Sally ate the Alfredo though.
Nice.
So it was good. And then I just watched a movie. I played with the slime.
Nice.
Slime, that was awesome. That was really fun. But yeah, it turned out to be like, of the birthdays, the actual day, because there's also like, pre and post stuff. Of the birthdays, that was one of the more like peaceful ones that I've had to watch. So I was very thankful for that. And I talked about that and just be like, yeah, that was nice.
I think one of these years, because okay, for context, both our birthdays are in January. So we've always like, even when we were kids, we did some like joint birthdays, and we've always kind of like done something to celebrate both our birthdays just with each other. I think next year we should do like just us, which we've already done, but like a trip, but like on like that falls maybe in the middle, because mine's on the 4th, yours is the 26th, so maybe in like the middle we should do something, but like make it, because we've done trips but we don't make it specifically like, oh, it's like for our birthdays. But I think we should just go extra one year with each other. Yeah. Because I don't think, like, we both want to disappoint each other. Like, I just feel like that's...
Yeah. I can do that. I said I was, like, I think I just need a break. I was like, I think when I turn 26, I'll be, like, more into the birthday thing.
But what's the difference? 25, 26?
26 is my golden birthday. It's going to be cool. I don't know. I just, like, right now, I'm like, I just can't really fathom it. But I'm excited to in the future. I do. I don't think it's forever.
But then if you put too much emphasis on the golden birthday, then what if it's, like...
It'll be like I allow myself to plan things that I want to do. Not like it has to be perfect, but I'm going to allow myself to either splurge on things or, like, plan something big. And
that's fair.
But who knows? We could roll around and I just be like,
no. Yeah, that's fair.
But we'll see.
We'll just take it with grain of salt.
But yeah, in general, birthdays are just very like, especially in mid-20s, like I said, they're just very like hard to tell how you're gonna feel, and like I think a lot of people struggle with that, like pressure or good things or bad things that happen.
Yeah. And it's just the inevitable fact that we are getting like older. It's a weird feeling. Not that it's a bad thing. Like, I'm not scared of aging. It's just strange to think that like we are no longer, I don't know, like 18. Like, I feel like we're close, not yet, but like we're starting to get closer to like 30 than we are 18. Yeah. Well, we are closer to 30 than we are 18. And that's like a weird sinking feeling, just because it's like, I don't know, 20s, like everyone acts like you need to have like everything figured out. But everyone that I've talked to in their 20s is in the same boat of like not knowing exactly what they want to do with their lives. So it's just weird, like everyone feels like they need to know exactly what they... And then, like, you're behind. You constantly feel like you're behind on this, like, invisible timeline that doesn't exist. And so I think birthdays give, like, us some existential dread of, like, oh, no. Like, it's another year past where, like, we're not caught up. Yeah. When it's, like, the timeline's kind of bull. Like, it doesn't exist. And I think I just need to, like, work through that, you know?
Yeah. I think social media doesn't help that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It is part of it. But birthdays, good or bad, they can be memorable. Yes. And I feel like just on the topic of birthdays, we want to start by playing a little game. Yeah. And we both had memorable like birthday experiences.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if this is a common thing, because again, I think we validate each other because we're so similar, but I cry a lot on my birthday. Not like every birthday, but I've definitely had many birthdays that I've cried. Yeah. I know not everyone does it, but I know a lot of people that have I think it's like just a weird...
Like I said, it's very common in this, like, 20s. Like, because things are so, you feel like you're failing or you feel like disappointed or different things like that. So it is, like, a very human experience. And like I told you, I was like, after graduating high school, it's been, like, every year. It's just, like... And that's the thing, too. I'm like, I already know I'm going to cry. So, like, in the beginning, it just felt so overwhelming. But now I'm like, I already know I'm going to cry on my birthday. That's why it's, like, just, like... Let me do it in the best way possible and be like, okay, great, I had my moment. Now I can, like, just try and relax for the rest of the night.
See, I thought I, like, found a cheat code for that, because you know this, but for context, I worked at a summer camp, so I have a lot of friends internationally, because the camp, hired a lot of international younger people, and I have a lot of friends abroad now, which is super cool, and so, like, we have started this tradition of going there for New Year's, and my birthday is like right after New Year's, so it's really convenient. So the past 2 birthdays I've been in England for, which has been
that's cool.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's like I'm just surrounded by friends that I like really care and love, and like even if like we didn't even do anything crazy, just like kind of go to a bar in London, but that's so cool for me, like coming from here. So I'm happy with anything that we do there. It just feels like this new environment.
Yeah, that's
fun.
super cool.
Like, yeah, and I was like, okay, like didn't cry on my actual birthday. Coming back home and celebrating it, and I love my family to death, and like I love that they want to celebrate it with me. But we had my like family birthday dinner, and not to out him, but my dad forgot my birthday like on the actual day. Didn't text me, didn't call me. That kind of stung a little. And then on my actual birthday dinner, he was like super involved in work and just kind of like was super like on his phone the whole time. It just made like that, and then that sinking feeling came in again of just like the expectation of we're having my birthday dinner, and like you think it's gonna be one thing, and then it's just not. And then that night I cried, and I'm like, what is with birthdays? Like, why does it? Oh, like there is something about birthdays that always just makes me sad.
It's like when you like slow down and take stock, because you're like a whole year has passed and you look back at your life in total and also just your life within that year and then where you projected to go. It's like a weird like forces you to like sit down and like, I don't know, scrutinize your life, which it shouldn't be that way, but I think that is what a lot of people...
No, it definitely is. Because then once I started crying, then it's this existential cry of like, oh, like this, and then you like have all the feelings about birthdays, and I was like, I thought I cheated it, I thought I was like in the clear, and I just wasn't. So
can't escape the birthday cry.
Nope.
You gotta get it out. If there's a cry in there, it'll come out at some point. But
very true.
We're going to play our game.
Yes.
And basically we're just going to do a true or false statement, and we'll see, because also we know each other pretty well, and obviously we've been around for a lot of birthday events and stuff, but we're going to just say a statement about either something memorable that happened or bad or just whatever about birthdays, and then we're going to guess whether the statement is true or false to see if we remember it happening or if we can guess if that would happen to one of us. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. I waited outside the store while my gift was being picked out, and I think it was either on my birthday or the day before.
That just sounds something that would happen. True.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gave more detail. That's true. It was like,
what was the gift?
It was like a shirt from Justice, and like
you knew exactly that was for your birthday.
Yeah, because it was close. Because my family is super last minute. Like my family is notorious for like. Like my mom says my dad would every year be like, we're not doing Christmas gifts. We're just not. And we didn't know that because we were just kids. And then he's like, no, my dad's like, we're not spending like all that money and stuff. And then literally every year on Christmas Eve, my dad would be like, all right, let's get them some gifts. But Christmas Eve shopping is like super last minute. And my mom is just kind of a procrastinator too. But it was like a birthday when I think she got sick. So she was in the hospital. I think that's what it was. But she got sick a few days before my birthday. So, like, most people would be like, oh, you probably should have had the gifts picked out already. But, of course, they didn't. And so, my dad took me and my sisters to the store. And he was like, okay, wait here. And then he walked in the store. And I had to just sit out there by myself.
Oh, jeez.
And then he came back out. And then I think I went home and opened it. Yeah, basically. I was just like,
here you go.
Yeah.
You should have been like, man, you should have took me in the store. I could have picked out exactly the shirt I wanted.
I think I remember liking it, but it was just like, nah. Yeah. It's not as magical as you think.
Yeah.
But I'm glad my mom was fine, so that was good.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I'll start with this one. I got hit in the head with a bat while we were doing a piñata on my birthday.
This sounds like it was one of your October parties, so I'm going to say false.
Dang, you're good. Yeah, good. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I did get hit in the bat, but it was not for my birthday. That hurts.
I thought you got hit in the gut.
Oh.
Maybe it's both. People were wilding with that piñata.
No, you're right. I just have not the best memory. No, it wasn't the head. I think it would have been concussive if it was the head. No, I remember she swung so hard.
I remember who it was. She was a nice girl, though.
She wasn't. Yeah. She didn't mean to, because our dogs thought it would be hilarious to blindfold each other and spin each other like a bunch of times.
You also made the piñata by like dipping it in like concrete, basically.
Your mom, okay, your mom was our Spanish teacher, and she every year, or at least
paper mache.
Yes, she would teach us how to paper mache. But that year, instead, I thought it would be like, because there was a lot of people coming to the October party in my like little. Was it elementary? It had to have been elementary.
It was, or like fifth or 6th grade, yeah.
In my little pea brain, I was like, since there's gonna be so many people, like the newspaper we normally made the piñatas with, like wasn't gonna be enough. Like it was just gonna take one hit and it would open. Yeah. So I went and bought
plaster, right? Yeah.
Which I've seen. I'm pretty sure I got the idea off of online. But
I think you did too much.
I put so many layers because I was like worried that it wasn't gonna break, or it was gonna break too fast, and we were smashing that thing and it wouldn't.
It was like small too, so if it's bigger, I feel like it might have. Yeah, it was a balloon, so like a hard rock, and then when it did bust, it was like a cloud of smoke came out of it. Like it was like really intense. I got hit. I remember it was like covered, like cocaine was all over the candy.
And it was like pulled out. And I remember I almost said her name. The girl that hit me, it was the first hit. It wasn't like we were going. It was like I spun her, and then I like went to be like, okay, wait to get. Yeah.
But you know what it was? I don't think she swung towards you. I think it was the wind up. Because I think you weren't just like standing in front of the piñata. I think you went that way, and she was athletic. She was ready to hit that. So she swung back right into your gut. I felt really so bad.
But that was one of those things where I just sucked it. I was like, I gotta take this like a champ because like the show must go on. And
oh my gosh. I have a side rant later about hitting people in the gut, but I'll tell you later because I feel like you remember.
Okay.
Okay. My second one. Someone broke into my car the night of my birthday.
I'm saying false.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
you know, I'm really paranoid about keeping my doors.
I know. I was like, I definitely would have heard about that.
Yeah. No, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Thank God.
That's good. It almost got me.
That's the only false.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, you and the rest are gonna be true.
Stupid. Are you kidding me? I just ruined the whole game.
It's fine. It's not. It's more so.
All right, I'll think of another. No, I'll think of another one. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I lost my phone in England on my birthday.
I know this is like at least true that you lost your phone. I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, I think that was true.
It was on New Year's Eve.
Okay. I knew you lost your phone in England.
I did. I lost my phone. We went to the Edinburgh Street Party, which was like, think like New Year's Eve, you know, in like the square, or sorry, not New York on New Year's Eve. Not to that extent, but it was like, I'm not a claustrophobic person, but I am. That night we were like so sardined in that street that I felt like I was gonna panic. Like it was like, oh my god. And that's why I will not go to a concert if I know that that's gonna be the environment, because I felt like I was like, okay, let's just like chill. And then I didn't want to drink anything because I was like, if I have to pee, no. And it slipped out of my pocket while we were trying to like the fireworks had just gone off, whatever, and it was chaos. Everyone was like trying to get out, but they kept like, so my phone dropped, and luckily, like, out of God's grace, this man, we called my phone, and this like really nice man answers. And was like, awesome. Yeah, we have your phone. The way it worked was like, once the street party was over, everyone was trying to exit, but for safety, they were, once like a decent amount of people exited, they blocked off the exit. So you couldn't get back to where you originally were from, like going. So it was just like so okay, and I felt so bad because like we were all trying to stay together as a big group, but then obviously we were trying to get my phone, which they made it impossible. Like even the security guards were like, "Can we please just go grab the phone, come back?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Okay,
that sucks."
But yeah, ended up getting it. It was fine. But yeah, that did happen. It just was not my birthday.
Very interesting. Well, thank goodness for a nice person.
Yeah.
All right, last one for me.
Okay.
One of my guests didn't know it was my birthday they were attending.
That's true. That was our joint birthday party, wasn't it?
It was a joint birthday party.
What exactly did he say?
I want to say maybe I should have said that in the Doormats, the first episode, but they were like,
that would have been a good Doormats.
They came to our party. It was a joint party, and then
the invitations we sent out were both our names on it.
Yeah.
So
and we just split, like it wasn't even like these are your friends, these are my friends. We just took the class list, split it in half, and then it was like you pass these out and I'll pass these out. But it had both of our names on it, but no. And when people were leaving, they would say bye to both of us and stuff. And then when this guy went to leave, he just went up, and I was standing right next to you, and he was like, bye, Jenna, thanks so much for inviting me. Happy birthday. And I was like, bye, so-and-so. And then he just looked at me like, and then was like, okay, just walked away. And I was like, okay.
I don't remember that, but I'm sorry. That sucks.
I mean, I wasn't super good friends with him, but I was like,
his fault for not reading the invitation.
I was like, because we planned games and everything, and I was like, why do you think I would be like giving a speech at your birthday party?
I'm sure we had a cake that we both like blew out the cake.
Yeah, and or we had cupcakes. So I don't know if we officially like blew out the cakes, but like I was there a lot. Like, I was like, all right.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Okay, my last one is, I'm gonna change it.
Okay.
My friend thought my mom died because I cried so hard on my birthday.
False? I don't know.
You were the friend.
I didn't think your mom died.
Yeah, you told me you were like, you were crying so hard outside my bedroom that I thought your mom died.
I thought you meant...
Oh, yeah.
That's true. But that was more of an anxiety thing. Because the thing is, every time I heard anyone in my house, I was like, someone's gone. I constantly... That is like,
I was crying very hard.
Trouble with me. Yeah. I think it was serious crying, but that was probably mostly an anxiety thing. I still am like that to this day. I like assume if I'm getting like a phone call randomly, I like prepare myself to be like, someone is dying.
Oh
I have to give a speech.
That's not...
No, I know. Healthy. It's just funny though. But you did cry.
Yeah. Should I tell that story?
Go ahead.
So essentially that birthday, it was your birthday.
Yeah. And I think this was also the same birthday with my dad buying this shirt for me.
Oh,
because
really?
my mom was in the hospital.
Yes,
so my mom was usually the one that would be home for like birthday parties. Yes. But it was like my dad running it, but he was basically just like upstairs cleaning, and then like I was basically running the party.
Yes. And that's important context to the story, because your mom's normally very like involved and around, but that birthday she was like sick, and so I remember like you hosted it all, like ran it all, and that gave a certain woman, so basically one of my friends that we were in elementary school, she was one of my friends. I just remember like her mom was a little psycho, and she, for some reason, so there's another girl that came into our school who was new, and my mom had known her from her small town. So her mom and my mom immediately connected, and my mom had asked me like, hey, can you befriend this girl? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm a little kid. I'm like, yeah, more friends. So I get to start getting to know this other girl, and then my current friend was like not happy about it. Yeah. And her mom was the type of mom that like involved herself in all of her kids' drama, and so that was the drama, was that I was like starting to get closer to like another little girl, and I just remember that it was a huge misunderstanding, at least how I remember it. It was, we were in your basement, I remember it very vividly. We were on this like spinning chair, and I was on it, and then my friend whatever was like trying to sit on it with me, and I think like she did it so aggressively that I just kind of scooched over. And I guess from the mom's perspective, it looked like I was like mad that she was trying to sit with me, or that I was like upset, and like
also, if that was true, you would have gotten up.
Yeah,
it was that there wasn't enough room on the chair, so you
someone else would have remembered it. Like you were there, other people were there.
Well, I saw it. It was on that purple butterfly fold out chair.
Yeah. And so this grown woman takes me up into your room, shuts the door with her daughter, and I just remember that because it was like just so terrifying, because I was such a shy child. I didn't like getting like in trouble. I was like goody two shoes. At that point, I don't remember, we might have been like I think fourth grade. I
would say fourth grade. I think.
Yeah, and for context, in first grade, I like didn't speak. Like I was still very much a very shy child. She sat on your bed, and no, I sat on your bed. She screamed at me, and she was just like, if you have a problem with my daughter, like, we need to get to the bottom of that, and if not, then you guys just don't need to be friends. Like, went on this whole rant about how, like, you guys need to, like, either fix it or just, like, not be friends. And I was like, and I took that as, like, okay, then I don't want to be in any of your guys' lives. You're batshit crazy.
What did the girl do?
Just sat there, and then she offered to get me water because I was crying so hard, and so I was just like, yeah, sure. And so then I'm like sipping on this water, like it's between, and then that crying when you're a kid and you're so overwhelmed, you're so scared, you're so like, I was hyperventilating. I was just like, I was so distraught.
And the girl wasn't crying?
No.
See, that's weird to me. I feel like I would have been crying, like.
Yeah. I don't know. It was really weird, and it made me not like that woman the rest of, because we went to a K through 12 high school too, and man, she was just and she was very manipulative too. And so then the other thing is, like, my mom wasn't there, so then I told my mom after the fact, and this woman comes across as like this very nice, like involved mother. And so my mom, I don't blame her, but like she didn't really understand the extent of the situation, because your mom also wasn't like there, so. From her perspective, I think she, like, thought I was, like, playing up the situation, but you were there, like, you thought my mom died. Like, I was, like, very much distressed because this woman
What did I say to you? Because I remember
were really concerned. I remember you were really concerned after I came out, because you took me, like, you literally were, like, very motherly. You, like, took me aside, and you were like, is everything okay? You thought there was a death in my family, and I was like, can we speak in private? So we, like, I think we went somewhere else in your house, and I cried to you, and I was like, did she just yell at me?
And I was super confused because I kind of heard the talking, but it was like, it was so loud downstairs that, like, it was mostly the crying that I heard, and that's what, like, freaked me out. And it was like, I think maybe, like, my grandma was downstairs with us, because it was like my mom was really sick, and I think my dad was either, like, on the phone in his room, like, making sure everything was okay. And I did just feel so bad, because my mom is very, like, she's very nice, but if you set her off, like, my mom will. Yeah,
that's what she got so lucky your mom wasn't around, because your mom would have gone off.
And my mom is protective over, like, her home and stuff, like boundaries. It's like, you're not just gonna go in my daughter's room and close you off with it. And my mom was also very, like, particular about. My parents were, like, overly strict, but in some ways it was good. They were like, I'm not having, like, an adult, like, alone with things and like that, and, like, just in general, like, she was very, like, good about diffusing things, because she's very, like, personable and, like, character.
I always felt like very protective of your, like, protected by your mom, because your mom was, like, our teacher and, like, another mother figure to me.
Well, she taught, so she knew how to diffuse conflict. So even if she would have even saw that, she would have been able to be like, if there was a problem.
Counted her days. She was lucky. I know. Yeah, I wish your mom would have went at her.
Yeah, but my mom was unfortunately in the hospital, so that was too bad. But So anyway, enough with the negative birthday stuff. We'll end by sharing some of our joint birthday memories. Yeah, because we've been apart for a lot of birthdays, but we've celebrated some.
We were together. Obviously, like, childhood birthdays, we did more, like, joint. But then, like, the gap, we didn't really celebrate, because our birthdays are, like, both in January, and so I was always back to college, and both of us were always back to college. So, okay, I feel like we have to talk about our most bizarre birthday together.
Yes. I think we both know which one it was.
It's just so funny. Honestly, I'm happy about it, because it was our 21st, and normally people, like, normal people's 21st is a monumental, like, let's hit the bars, let's go crazy. Ours just happened to fall during COVID. Yeah. So we literally had no option to do any, like, not that we're really like that, but we didn't even have the option to. So I just took it upon myself. We were going to go on a trip. And this is, like, now we've kind of made a tradition, but this was the first year we were going to do it. Yeah. And I don't know if you know, like, I don't even remember. I was just looking for Airbnbs that were, like, cheaper. Yeah. Because they're really expensive for 2 people. Yeah. And I found this really nice one with a hot tub. It was, like, big. And it was, like, on, I don't know. It was, like, a very pretty area. So I said to do it. I booked it. Yeah. And what we didn't know is, like, in an Amish town. And we were, like,
I think I knew that. Because you sent it to me because you were, like, it's this... it's Shipshawana, right?
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that's, like, a notorious Amish town.
And I was like, well, no, I had randomly been there on a family. My family took weird, like, side quests on vacation.
Okay, we did know it was Amish before we got there.
And so I was like, oh, there's a big flea market there. And then I don't know. Maybe I didn't know it was Amish. Maybe I just knew that there was a flea market there and it was kind of weird. Like, I knew it was kind of like
quirky.
More country quirky. Really and then we found out it was like an Amish town.
Yes. And the way the house was set up is beautiful. But at night, in the pitch dark, it was scary. Like horror movie level.
Yeah. I told you there's a movie on Netflix called The Rental. And it's about like people that go to a cabin in the woods. And it looks so similar to the place that we were at. And it has a hot tub right outside. Like the whole setup is the same.
Yes. In the day, beautiful. It was like ceiling to floor windows. The hot tub, couldn't you like walk out? It was like a sliding glass door, like walk out to the hot tub. And like beautiful, but at night, and we're both kind of paranoid, and we were like, oh, we're gonna say we're gonna drink wine, we're gonna watch like crime documentaries because we both love those. Terrible idea. We were like, idea. I think we slept. Did we sleep out in the living room? Like there was plenty of bedrooms, and I don't think we slept in separate bedrooms.
I said I wasn't going to. I was like, I couldn't sleep in. There was one like bedroom, like upstairs. There was one in the basement. I was like, I'm sure not gonna sleep in the basement. That was and so we both slept in the main one.
Okay.
That's on the first floor.
Yeah, we were scared.
Yeah.
But then during the day we did Amish activities?
I don't think there were. I think you just walked around the Amish town. Well, when we first got there, because we had been driving, like we left at like 7 p.m. or something, because I think we both had things to do and we were driving.
Yes.
So when we got there, it was like pitch black and it was dark. And then and slowly like you transition from like traffic and stuff to like really empty roads, and then you see like horse carriages. Yes. But then they have like these little like candle lights in the back of the carriage and in the windows of houses.
Yes.
But it feels really like scary.
At night it felt very ominous.
Yeah.
In the day, lovely. Like that's the thing. In the day, lovely town, but it just felt so scary.
There's also not a lot of diversity there, and I think we were like a little bit weirded out by that too. We were like, are we gonna be? Because obviously like I'm definitely like white passing, but if I'm in a group of like just white people, I get some looks because people are like, you're something. And then I get questions like, what are you? Yeah. And you for sure looked Asian. I was like, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So just getting there was like, and I think, I don't know if we did the hot tub on the first day, but I remember one time we were in the hot tub at night and it was so cold too. Like it was freezing. Mm-hmm. And we heard like woods.
Yeah, we heard like
rustling, and we were like looking at it, it's like pitch dark, and we were just like targets because the hot tub area is lit.
Yes,
and we're basically like naked, like
black.
You know.
Yeah, it's like pitch black,
and it's cold. So I'm like,
yeah.
If someone just to be so, and I think we got freaked out.
Yeah, no, but to be fair, like if any like horror movie-esque thing were to happen, it would have been there
to us.
Yeah, we set ourselves
up
for that one.
They did leave like fresh baked bread and like apple butter. So there
Airbnb
was like
host,
some
super nice, super sweet.
Amish touches.
The other thing I remember that was really funny was we don't get pictures taken together. We're really bad with that. So we thought 21st birthday, we're gonna take some hot tub pictures together, but it was so foggy.
It was like steam from the hot tub mixing with like cold air, like condensation.
Instagram versus reality, like other people's hot tub pics and ours were horrible.
And we just didn't know how to smile. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time smiling in pictures. And they were just like, because people do that like cute little like no tea smile. But then like when your eyes are switching.
We looked like middle school. Like I don't know what it is about us together. We cannot outgrow our middle school selves. Like I looked at those pictures and I was like, what are those? They were so bad.
We didn't post to say. That's the thing. I don't think people know that we're like close or even friends.
No, I know.
We are never on each other's social media.
I think it makes it more genuine in a way. Like
yeah. You know, the secret friendships are the real ones. But like I don't have pictures like I don't really have a lot of pictures of my friends, but like I don't have pictures up in like my desk or anywhere. Like there's none of us. Like I don't really post on social media, but like I don't think there's. I think the first one of me is maybe the one from this year when we went to Miami. Like I'm not. And I've been on your story before.
Now we consciously make the effort. Like if we're dressed up, like okay, we're gonna get a picture, even though we know it's gonna be awkward looking. We know it's gonna turn out not great. I do just want we just want pictures together, but. Yeah, we're not great at it. Yeah. And I don't love taking pictures in general. Like,
I don't either.
Like, I don't.
I think neither of us are super into it, so then it's just that very like, and then.
Well, if we had Elisa to like get us, or your sister, get us to like move. Like I feel like us, we just try and like rigidly pose, and it always comes across as like honestly just bad.
I would rather do like an artistic photo shoot because I'm like, I know it's supposed to look different than normal, but when it's like everyone smile, like your dad even said when we were on vacation, oh, Sleeping Beauty, because I'm always like, I can't.
That's rich of him to say.
Dang,
I can say that as my dad.
I'm like, yeah, I just those classic. I just feel like the ones where it's like smile. I feel so rigid because I don't know.
No, you're
I would
really
rather
supposed
do
to
like
a move. Like that's the point. But like a lot of people, especially the photographer, if you don't know someone that like knows how to take pictures, they're gonna take like one or two. Yeah, you really should be like moving, and that's what we tried to do in Miami, which those turned out better.
We're also not like, we've talked about this too, we're not like the super like we're not the besties that like hold hands. Yeah, like I feel like either of us would do it to like. There's something
to that too. Like we both are not the most affectionate people. Yeah. So yeah, we just don't like. I know some like best friends are like super like.
Well, some best friends literally will like. I don't like, you know, that classic pose you're like holding like that really annoying.
That would be. We should try those because I know we'd look so awkward.
Or sometimes people are literally like holding each other, which like that wouldn't be so awkward if like one of us jumped each other's arm.
Be one of the ones we could actually make.
Or like they're like kiss each other on the cheek, and it's just like, I don't know, I just feel weird about that.
That would just feel so inauthentic to like our friendship. I think our friendship is such like a bro relationship sometimes, where it's just very like every time you come to my house and I say bye, like we don't hug. Like I'm just like, all right, well I know I see you.
It's like that's fine. I think when we lived apart we would hug if we didn't, but it was very much like a relative, like Uncle Pat, like good to see you. Bring it in. But yeah, we're just not. That's just not. So I feel like sometimes if you're with groups of girls that just go right in and put their face right against you, you just kind of surrender to it. Yeah. But I think because neither of us are like, and we. That's the other thing.
It's like the awkward like space.
The other thing too is we both know that we don't like that. So like, I'm not naturally gonna do it, and we're also like, I'm not gonna make you uncomfortable. Yeah. So we're like, all right, let's just.
So they just turn out so bad. Yeah. But we should compile all. We have a lot of awkward photos together. We should compile.
I delete them because I can't deal with them.
No, you delete them?
No, I have the hot tub ones and like other ones, but like I just don't have a lot of No, that's not what it is. When people are like, get your phones out, I don't volunteer my phone. Okay. So if they exist and someone sends it to me, I don't really delete them. I just like don't have save them. Yeah. I just don't take them to begin with someone else. So there's a lot of pictures of me floating around out there that I'm not happy with, but I'm
like a lot of awkward Spanish camp photos.
Yeah. I have that one. I want that one where we're like,
oh. Our posture as middle schoolers
so bad.
So unflattering.
You know what I realized is that like I did not know, but I don't do it anymore because I fixed it. But I used to stand with my feet angled like this, like seriously, like ballerina pose. Like I started watching like. If I was in middle school and I was like an iPad video thing, I would be like standing in the background of a scene just waiting to like say my line. My legs would be completely together and my feet would be like this. Like just like I duck. Like I don't know what that's about.
What I noticed is like my posture was always like this overarching, like super unflattering
I'm bad at that too, yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm like so awkward, like just a photo of us standing, that one infamous photo of us from Spanish camp. I don't even know what you were doing in that photo, but I'm like had this really awkward, just like
we were trying to be serious, and I think you're like this, and I have like hands on my hips, like, and it's so bad. It's so. Oh my gosh. But it was a fun trip going back to the trip like we did.
No, it was actually really fun.
And that's how we rang in being 21. I know people were like, what'd you do for 21? And I was like, went to an Amish town. And honestly, it was probably as good as it could have gone. Yeah. And maybe it was COVID, we need so
to, like, go back, to commemorate some.
We'll watch that movie.
No.
That was a good birthday, and I'm hoping for more good birthdays.
Yes.
In the future. And if you guys have funny birthday stories, bad birthday stories, anything you related to, send them to us at yourlocaldoormats at gmail.com.
It is up and running.
It's on the screen right now.
Those stories. Yes. Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time.
Wraps it up. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.